If you're watching my videos and you're thinking, I'm afraid to detach because if I do, I'm scared that I will lose them, this video is for you because that is exactly the whole point. You're scared of losing them because you're afraid of losing control. Today, I'm going to be honest with you as your friend. I want you to know that if you're exhausted, if you're overthinking everything, if you're checking your phone constantly, if you're trying to figure everything out, like what they are doing, and it's not even about one person. This can apply to anything in your life. Like you want something, you want a job, you want your dreams to come true, you want that specific person. If you detach from what you want, if it is really meant for you, you will not lose it. It will really come to you because you get out of the energy of lack. Guys, you're coming out of the energy of lack. And that is when you start remembering yourself instead of chasing your wants and needs. And this shift, thinking about everything from this point of view, changed so much for me. Because I check in with myself. Am I coming from a place of lack or abundance? And most of the time, we're coming from lack because we are afraid of losing control. If there is one thing that comes before anything, that's alignment first. It's not just a quote. This is really a formula I use in my life. Whatever I'm doing, I'm asking myself, am I coming from alignment? Am I guiding myself and others back to love, back to God, back to self-respect, back to alignment? And notice that I didn't say back to fixing people because I don't believe in that. I believe that it is all about returning to source, to your truth. Alignment first. Before the relationship, alignment first. Before the fear, before your dreams, alignment first. And if keeping someone in your life and you disconnect from God, from self-respect, whatever it is, that's already too expensive. You cannot afford that. And let me tell you that you are tired because you are out of alignment, not because you're broken. You're tired of pretending, trying to control everything. And that's why I record this video for you. If you feel, but Bushra, when I watch your videos, I have to detach, but I don't want to lose them, so I don't want to detach. That is your energy draining. That is lack running the show. That is fear running the show, okay? Now, this is so important because when I say detach, people really think like get angry, block them, hate them. No, that's not how I am raised. We don't do that here. That is low vibration. We don't hold on to anger. That's only poison in our own system. You know, things will happen in your life. That's the whole point, to detach from the ego, from everything you're experiencing and guide yourself back to love. And that's not about dismissing and fighting against your ego. It's about observing, hey, this is what I'm doing, but I wish myself love as well. It's all about guiding yourself to a loving presence within yourself because your inner child is taking over when you're going through things like this. It's your inner child that experienced things in the past and she or he is running the show. And the only thing you can guide yourself back to that presence of love of God is by seeing it from this point of view and saying that you are not going to fight another battle within yourself. You're going to be there for yourself because it all starts from within. If you can do that for yourself, that's the moment you have an overflowing cup and you can share this with others. It's not about fighting anyone. It's not about fighting yourself. It's about finding yourself and connecting to others from that truth within yourself. So if you're going through a heartbreak, if you feel that people did you wrong, pray for them. Wish them peace. Wish them love. You know that I believe in a world of end and end. I can love you. I can send you love from a distance. You don't have to hate them to let them go. You just have to love yourself more and send love to others. A woman of power or a man doesn't need to be bitter. I don't believe in that. I wish you the best, but you cannot have access to me anymore. That, my friend, is power. That, my friend, is what will help you to connect to others, to connect to yourself. Okay? And I want to talk about fear. Because there is an empty space, there is a void that will happen when you detach. And I know that you're terrified that if you let go, that you will be alone. But really listen to me. Because I really believe that God removes people to protect you. And it's not because they are bad, but because they are not in alignment for you. They are aligned for someone else. And that is God making space for what is actually meant for you. If your self-respect pushes them away, or that event away, the thing you want, they were only benefiting from your lack of boundaries. So don't be afraid of the quiet, of the void. The quiet is where you will find God again, where you will find love, self-respect, everything you are again. That's the moment where you remember who you are. Don't be afraid. Or are you afraid of facing your own light? I reflected back on my past, and that was the moment I stopped the story. I stopped asking, why did people do this? And I started asking, why did I allow this to happen? What is happening within me? What is the mirror I have to face in order to grow, in order to heal? And that is the first moment you take ownership. After doing that, you send the energy back from others to where they belong, because they need it also for their healing. And you call your own energy back you need for your own healing. And not even healing, but also of remembering who you are. The third thing, and I think that's the most important thing, is when the void appears, when there is silence, when you feel totally lost, when everything falls away, when you feel empty, that is the moment you turn to God. That is the moment you feel everything with God, with this love. You will remember who you were before you met them. That's the moment you remember who you are without any of the things you're attached to. It's you and God. It's you and God alone here. And that is the moment, guys. Slowly that will happen. You will be done with the sad story. We are done with the victim mindset. We are going back to the truth, back to God, back to alignment. Because I always say alignment first. Because I want you to trust that if they are meant to be there, or the thing you want in your life, they will meet you at that high vibration. You don't need to go down to the basement to find them or anything you really want. Use your darkest days as a way to raise your energy and your vibration. Okay? Use it to remember who you are. Use it to align back to God. I don't know who needed to hear this, but if this resonated, let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.